Welcome to HortTube. My name is Jim Putnam. This is a video about shade annuals and perennials that I'm putting in containers on my front porch. My front porch is south facing, and in the summertime it doesn't get a lot of direct sun on it except early in the morning and late in the afternoon. But during the midday it's pretty shady, so I'm going to go through a lot of plants that you could put in containers on a shady porch like that. But I was setting up the camera, and in the background I had some really worn out pansies that were in here that need to be replaced. It's another project I got to do this week. So I went ahead and pulled the pansies out, and a bird has decided she would put her nest right here, and I've got little hatchlings in this nest here. So I've got to come back and put something in here. And for today, I think I'm just going to put this sunshine ligustrum with this sky pencil holly that's always been in this pot. I had intended to actually replace some of this potting soil. When I have a place where I'm repotting something back into an existing pot, typically I'll use about 50% of whatever's in that pot with 50% new potting soil. That tends to be how I do it, just to rejuvenate it a little bit. I don't dispose of all of the old soil, nor do I try to reuse all of the old soil. It works better. 50-50 seems to be the sweet spot for me, where I get a good performance out of the plants and I get to reuse some of the soil that I was using. The rest of it will just go to my compost pile. But I'm going to get these little birds covered up, and then I'll show you the things I have going in the shade containers. So my first combo, I'm going to include this Everillo Carex from the Southern Living Plant Collection. I planted another one of these Carex and some shade perennial plantings I did in the backyard. This one just has solid gold foliage, and that's as tall as it's going to be. It may spread out a little bit this year, but it's probably not going to do a whole lot of growing. It'll get some new foliage on it that'll be a little brighter yellow. I left this one out and let it cook on some mid 90-degree days on my driveway the other day, so that wasn't good, but it'll recover pretty quick. I've got some pink New Guinea impatiens here, yellow sweet potato vine, and this is a coleus here that's got the kind of a pink color in the center. There are so many coleus you can choose from, and they're so great for the shade, and you can just carry your other annuals around and match up the coleus that best fits the container that you're trying to do, because you'll see in a minute I have several more of these, and you can find a color combination that'll work for you. In the second container, I'm using a black elephant ear right here. I have another coleus that has the gold on the outside and more of a red in the center. This is a gold sedum here, or yellow sedum, that'll trail down over the container. There's a solid yellow coleus here, and this color combination between these two looks great. And there's a heuchera here. I used a purple heuchera in the shade perennial planting I did last week, and I used this same tiarella. This tiarella has, as the season comes on, we'll have more pronounced dark coloration in the center of the leaf. But those are, there's nothing flowering here really. It's all done with foliage. But you have to do that a lot of time in the shade, using foliage color things to create color. The third container, I put 3 different caladiums in here. This is a caladium that's kind of dark green on the outside and red in the center, as you can see, and this one offers a little pink into that same mix of color. And then this was a white one. I've got a creeping jenny here and an asparagus fern here. I could use German ivy or helichrysum, or there's a lot of other things I could use here. One of these will just be as a filler coming out of the side of these, and this one will trail down over the edge of the container. The fourth container I'm doing will have this whopper red bronze leaf begonia in it. This is a Southern Living Plant Collection variety here, and I've had these for a month. They are super impressive and just never stop flowering. It will end up quite large over the course of the season, so I'm not going to crowd it out with a bunch of other stuff. I am going to put a couple of these Griffin begonias in it just for a foliage contrast in the container, and I think that'll be fine. I thought about putting some other things in there, but I think all 3 of these pieces are going to get so big that it just doesn't really need anything else. My front bed plantings are starting to come together. This porch is completely blank right now except for holly and a couple pieces of furniture, because I need to actually power wash this porch before I start putting all this stuff up there. There's the container plants with the shrubs and perennials in them that was done last week. That one's looking pretty good. I did get the little baby birds covered up over there. I've got a lot of work to do on those containers, but here are the front porch containers for lower light. I think this one turned out pretty well. If I don't like this pink and I want to go with a darker pink, I'll just pull those out and switch those to another use and find something a little darker later if that's what I want, because I did kind of want something a little darker than that, and I just didn't have anything at the garden center after Mother's Day weekend to pick from. But I do like this container overall. I think this one will ultimately be my favorite one. It's not really going to be for flowers, although the heuchera and the tiarella will flower. I didn't really do it for the flowers, but I do like that container. I like being able to mix some things together that'll be showy and colorful without relying on flowers for the summer. And of course, caladiums, just always super showy. And this container right here is beautiful. And I did end up putting this helichrysum in here. Some people call this licorice plant. It'll weep down over, but it just kind of fit perfect between those two Griffin begonias there. But I'll end up showing you this whole front porch as I continue to put baskets and everything on it after I get it cleaned up and washed. And I'm also going to run drip irrigation to these pots on the porch and show you how I'm going to do that. So thank you very much for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for future videos. I have to keep this one a mile away from those baby birds because she has a history with baby birds, don't you? And it's not a very pleasant history. Thanks again.